One rather innocuous episode of DS9 that still seems to really divide people is One Little Ship, and I'd love to hear what you think about this episode where Dax and Bashir and O'Brien are on the Rubicon. They're investigating an anomaly which has an effect of giving them a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids setup for the episode by shrinking them to a very minuscule size, this little runabout. And then they see that the Defiant has been attacked and boarded by the Jem'Hadar, and they go through this comical, kind of farcical little adventure of trying to rescue everyone on the Defiant while in this little miniature runabout, as well as even getting off and going into the inner workings of one of the computers. And it's a very silly little episode that I remember when it very first came out, watching it kind of like, that was kind of a silly little fun time, and it didn't stick with me in any way, either positively or negatively. I just didn't really think about it again until rewatching it on DVD just maybe 5, 6 years later, whenever those DVDs very first started coming out. And I found myself enjoying it more, and I think over time it's never been one that's part of my kind of go-to rotation. It's never one that's whenever I want to just watch Deep Space Nine. It's never one of those 20, 30 or so favorite episodes I always go back to. But whenever I'm just either putting on random episodes and it comes up, or I'm doing a whole rewatch of the season 6 that it was within, and I happen to stumble upon it, I find myself enjoying it. I think that my opinion changed a little bit over the years from being just kind of a forgettable little creative one-off to being, I actually kind of like it. I think it is a lot of fun. It is sort of a silly premise, but they make it work, and I like when Deep Space Nine does that, especially in the later seasons when it is so heavily into the Dominion War arc and the drama and just the tragedy of it all and the intense action with the big battle scenes. I love those moments through in there of silliness, of taking those characters out of that for a little bit and just getting something a little more fun. And I think this works, even with its Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of goofball premise. I think it works well, and it's become an episode that I enjoy a little more each time that I see it. So I'd love to hear what you think of Deep Space Nine's One Little Ship.